Welcome back to another episode of the Reggies podcast. You're here with three blokes. Could have been fucking anything, but decided to have fun instead. Hope everyone had a ripping Melbourne Cup day if you got out and about. Hope you backed some winners with the mighty Bet-R. They had plenty of specials and plenty of promos for the day. Worst day to punt normally, apart from the actual cup itself, because most of the other races aren't too stacked with big names. A lot of BM64s getting around.
Yes, indeed.
Guess what? We don't know the winner. We don't know the place getters. We don't know anything.
No,
because
fuck
it
all.
is currently Monday night as we record this. You would have heard that if you listened to the Melbourne Cup special yesterday. But yeah, with the Cup tomorrow, I got night shift, Tuesday night as well. It made sense to record this on the Monday. But yeah, hope you
You'll
enjoyed
either hear us whinging or carrying on Thursday.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, exactly.
Or
hope
Friday, sorry.
Hope you enjoyed the little Melbourne Cup preview or the tips for the race. And look, let's hope one of us got the winner.
It would be nice.
We should have just all done a separate, and then edited it in.
Oh, could do.
If one of us got the winner. But anyway, if we didn't, well, unlucky. Better luck next
We'll
year.
be crying.
Let's start with a bit of news out of England, which comes as not a shock at all. Actually, quite expected. Ollie fucking Robinson.
You're
boys.
pretty happy
This is
about this.
breaking
I'm not
news,
sure if
yeah.
you heard, but England cricket has torn up his contract. Not really torn it up, but he just didn't quite get it renewed.
Okay.
I think they would have sat down at the board meeting and said, "Hey guys, do we need our specialist right arm medium slow pie chucker who's extremely unfit? Do we need to renew his contract?" And one of them would have said, "Well, actually, we can just get one of the batsmen to do the same job if we ever need the right arm medium slow to fill a few overs in. We can get one of the batsmen to do it, and then they can bat and make runs as well." So that's the way the board meeting went in my head. Hopefully, the Mrs. YouTube golfing is going well because she is now the major breadwinner in your family.
Does it
They're
go
gonna be
all right?
relying
Have
on
you
that.
seen much of the Mrs. Golf?
I've seen a couple of videos because he's been in them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He,
Hopefully
my
he's
phone must
golfing.
listen to me. Nah, she does go well. She has a nice swing on her.
Better than Ollie's.
I don't know.
Well,
Haven't seen him.
hopefully.
Doesn't go
haven't seen
fast
him hit
enough
one.
to swing.
Nah.
His club speed would be about 2 kilometres an hour.
He would have got absolutely slaughtered down here if he made it here next summer. So it's probably for the best.
I'm feeling he didn't. I
He
would
came
love to
last
watch
summer.
you just angrily hanging over the
Oh,
fence
bro.
at this man that has never done anything to you, and you're just absolutely teeing off. That would have
Purely
been
because
great.
of Ash's rivalry. That's
Yeah.
all it comes
Yeah,
down
it
to.
would have been great to see.
Yeah.
I would have loved it.
Well, unlucky.
Yeah.
Unlucky, mate. You weren't
Too bad you're
quite
too
good
shit.
enough. Weren't quite good enough. I'll be there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one up on him.
we will definitely be at that. I want to make
Yeah.
an effort to be there.
It'll
For sure.
happen for sure.
And look, we may as well continue on with the cricket. Cricket Australia, the boys, we've started our summer of cricket as we speak, actually, on Monday afternoon against Pakistan.
Yes.
We've got a 3-match ODI series. Now, look, it took me all day to get over this, but I think, I'm glad I worked it out before we come on air because I was just going to absolutely hammer Cricket Australia for the scheduling. I'm going first fucking game of a series. This is it. The summer of cricket is here. I know the WBBL started, but the men's summer of cricket, it's here. Monday. First fucking game. And I'm going, what the fuck? I've never seen this before. But took me all day, but I know it's at the MCG and we know that Victorians get a public holiday on Melbourne Cup Day, which is the Tuesday. And a lot of people take the Monday off as well. So I think they've tried to sort of involve that.
But still.
Like people have gone to Derby Day last Saturday and they've hung around for the Melbourne Cup
Yeah.
Tuesday. So we'll put the cricket on the Monday. It hasn't worked because there's no one there.
Nah, still
But
probably
just
10,
for
15.
for every cunt who isn't in that tiny little
In Victoria.
speck of a fucking spot in Australia, maybe. But anyway,
Yeah, so it was a bit of a
Shit
weird one.
promoting for it
how
as
far
well.
through is it?
Took me
Right now.
35 overs right now.
we
Pakistan
doing?
are 6 for 130.
Oh, beautiful.
So-
So we've started well.
We got the upper hand at the
We've
moment.
started well.
Watching that tonight.
yeah, I'm glad I got that sorted anyway because it was doing my
Yeah, I'm
fucking
glad you
head in.
did too.
So
We
six,
jumped on here and just fucking ripped Cricket Australia in your
6 for
arsehole.
130. That's good. Bit more cricket news out of India. New Zealand have swept them 3-0
Yep.
in their Test series. So
Oh.
that
Tip the hat.
deserves
Well done.
that
Across the
deserves-
Sure, my fellows.
yeah, deserves a clap because fuck, it was good scenes. India looked like they were going to get a victory. They needed 140 batting last.
Yep.
But it was your typical Mumbai dust bowl, and 140 looked like 500 because it was fucking turning square,
Yeah,
except for the
right.
one that didn't turn to poor old Shubman Gill, who went to leave one,
And it just drilled
and
him.
it just did not turn a
Beautiful.
whisker
Just
off stump.
Split him in half.
Patel took 6 for. Look, great game of cricket. 3-0. No one has done that to
That
India.
is fucking wild to hear.
Either a long time or
I
ever.
can't. I
That
can't.
has to be India's just having a fucking fart.
Yeah.
Not New Zealand of all of a sudden just arose as the fucking...
Oh, but yeah, you can have a series where one side is just on and the other's a bit off.
Must be a
which
bit of both.
Surely that's
I
a bit
hope
of
it's
both.
just India in the mud because that would be quite handy
Well,
before they come here.
I'd still
could-
like them to fucking come here with a good side. I don't want to hear like, oh, India are just shit.
Oh,
I'd
love
like to beat them
just smash
5-0.
them 5-0.
Yeah.
Me too, but I still want them to come with a bit of fucking something.
Bit of go.
They've got
bit of
1.4
heat in their
billion of
belly.
the cunts.
It could.
They'll have plenty of that.
It could go either way, though. I reckon it could motivate them, or the confidence is shot.
Yeah.
But one thing's for sure is that Virat Kohli loves playing Australia.
Yeah,
he lives for this shit.
Rises
he loves
to the
beating us,
occasion.
and he loves coming and being super aggressive and in our faces, especially in Australia, to try and like throw us off a bit.
Yep.
Yep.
He's done it every single time he's come here, and he's always batted well. So he is in a form slump. Has been for about 5 years, but
In the test arena, at least.
if there's one team and one place and one series where he could just turn it around, it could be here. And this story just seems all too familiar with Sachin Tendulkar in 03-04, I think it was, when we
I just hope if it,
said we know how to get him out. And then he just said, well, you're not going to get me out that way because I'm not going to play a cover drive. And he made 241 not out. And then we didn't get him out in the second innings either when they declared.
A
I just
nation like
hope-
India, you can't really just count them out from one series either.
No,
They're always
absolutely
gonna
not.
I
bounce
just
back.
hope if he's going to have a ripper fucking series just out of nothing, so Steve Smith,
Yeah.
they cancel each other out and our other blokes are better than their other blokes.
Yeah.
one
Home
way to look
soil
at it,
too.
yeah.
We should be right.
Yeah.
Like where everything's going our way at the moment. We're looking really good.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
Australia A beat India A up in Mackay over the week. Just gone. We bowled them out for 107 in the first innings. Brendan Doggett took 6 for 15, if you don't mind. Sam Constas, the 19-year-old, got his chance. Unfortunately, he failed in both innings. Nathan McSweeney made 80 not out in the run chase in the fourth innings to sort of, I don't know, throw his name in the hat as well, I suppose.
Yeah,
Like-
well, because
Doggett, 6
Harris,
for 50.
yeah.
Marcus Harris got 17 and Bancroft got a duck in the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
innings too. And
Wasn't
then
good.
Second innings figures, Constance got 16, Harris got 36, and then Bancroft got 16.
What are we doing? Are we
those are our three
Figure it out.
openers.
No,
And this-
absolutely not.
These matches was like, righto, step up and you'll probably get your baggy green back, or you'll be like opening, getting your first one.
So hard.
And they've all been
There's not
shocking.
like a clear-cut young bloke who you can just leave for a while. It's like there's a couple that have been in and out.
Constance is too
Yeah.
young.
They're all a bit
almost.
older too. They're like 30s, and you go, well,
I just looked at Harris made the most runs out of those three, and I went, here we go again.
No,
He's
he
back.
made 30 though. They all, you can't say,
but out of those three,
yeah, but they're never going to go off that when the top score was 30.
yeah, I reckon it's going to be some sort of reshuffle. Someone's going to be opening. That's not a natural opener. I don't know. I just look at these three candidates and I go, Constance isn't ready, and the other two are probably past their prime.
Well, maybe you're right in that. I don't know, McSweeney. But the good news is there's another round of Shield cricket to go first. There is Shield cricket on at the moment. Western Australia have won. Queensland had a draw with New South Wales, and there was no like real standouts there either.
who do
There's
you
been
hope?
Fuck all that's happened.
Who would you love to see just fucking pound it on the scoreboard? The young bloke?
Yeah.
young
will.
bloke, like make 100 and say, I'm ready, give me a crack. And then at least if he shits the bed, you can go, oh, well, he's not ready.
Well, he's 19, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, there's
I'd
just
like
not
to
a
see
clear
Constance.
cut. Is
I don't
there?
know about.
I reckon
I'd
like
throw
to
Josh
see.
Inglis in the mix.
Well,
he
he
is an
has-
aggressive batter. He bats similar to Warner does. Put him in the mix. Let him open. If it fails, it's like, right, well, you've had your
And
chance
just
to
let him
test.
field.
Exactly.
Just
He's
let
a
him
keeper,
just
and
bazball it.
Not wicket keep. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. This next round of Shield,
Yep.
starting November 14.
They'll have their eyes on the openers.
Yeah, they'll be all over them, I'd say, if they all play. Because I think the first test starts on like the, 23rd or something like
It's
that.
usually late November.
It is.
Start of
It's
December.
the 20-something. I know it's a 20-something.
Fuck, there's a bit of pressure on all those lads, eh? Because that's proper up in the air, that decision. Well, it might not be, but there's not a clear
for
cut
what
one
we
in
know,
our
yeah.
heads.
No.
All we know is that Smudge isn't opening.
I
so
just
someone's
reckon
gonna go
it
in
would
there.
be absolutely the perfect time to put the young bloke in because Khawaja is the complete opposite.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's got
exactly.
so much experience. And it'd be perfect for him to walk out there and bat with him because he'd be the leveler. So,
would.
anyway, we'll see what happens. Let's hope he makes 100 in both innings and they've got no other choice but to fucking put
I'd
him
rather
in.
take a risk
don't
on a
lie.
young bloke who's proper fucking at the start of his career than trying to put the
Resurrect.
work into someone mid-30s that's not going to have a
They'll
long
pick
time.
Bancroft.
You
You
reckon?
watch. They probably. But
Hey, and if
we
they
can
do,
only
I
hope.
hope he
wouldn't
kills
mind.
it. Oh, it's
Yeah.
just a weird one in your
Bancroft.
head.
I wouldn't mind Bancroft.
You are a Bancroft fan.
I just think
so-
he deserves his chance back in Australia. Like he got put in against England after Sandpaper Gate, and it's pretty common to struggle over there. So
Yeah.
you've given Marcus Harris 436,000 chances.
Isn't
Give
he?
Bancroft another
He's
chance.
the literal ball rubber too, isn't he?
Yeah,
Bancroft.
he was.
Wasn't he the proper little
Yeah,
worker
yeah,
of
yeah,
the ball?
He was,
Yeah.
he was.
He's a little.
He was
little
the rubber.
He was bullied into it
Here's Zipper.
Apparently.
Yeah.
by Warner.
Call him
Yeah, well,
Franger.
Davey's on the fucking on KO now. On
I
Fox
did. I
Cricket
heard that.
now.
I went, fuck me, it sounds like Warner. I was
Yeah,
like, that's
he's all over it.
He's gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez, you called that pretty quick, Gropes. Just going, oh, fuck off. When they were saying Warner's looking at coming back.
full of shit.
Giving Candace an article.
Quick shout out to a Newcastle teenager. I fucking not sure how to say your name, but it's spelled
Do you want me to do it, mate?
CAOI, 3 vowels in a row, MHE. Kaomi? I'm going to go with Kaomi.
Yeah.
Bray, last name of Bray. C. Bray, we'll go
C.
with.
Bray.
She
C.
debuted in the WBBL at the age of 15 and she's in grade 9 at school this year.
Holy fuck.
She took a wicket and then hit the winning runs as the Sixers beat, I think it was the Renegades. They chased 179 for victory.
Yeah.
And she come out, hit the winning runs, as well as hit a few to the fence before that. And took a wicket. So
Good on her.
Elise Perry 2.0, they're saying. So there's no pressure there at all.
At that young of an age
Young
as well.
C.
Well
Bray.
done. She'd be pumped getting a start and doing a couple of things.
Probably
as
had to
well.
go to school the next day.
Yeah, she had a fucking assignment.
Oh,
Oh,
she would have been strutting around.
fuck yeah. Imagine PE the next day. The
Yeah.
place just lining
Oh,
up
what do
and
you
there's
want to
just-
play cricket? Do ya?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, good on her. The WBBL's actually been good this year. There's another sport that I can't watch quite yet on the women's side of it.
AFL.
I can't quite get around the WAFL.
No.
But the cricket's good. They play on the small grounds.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. So they bring the rope right
and
in.
they cart sixes.
Yeah, that's
And
sick.
It's quite entertaining.
Cricket
It
and
is.
rugby league for women, I can watch when it's like that. But yeah, the AFL just they
And
need
look,
to figure
they're
something
few
I've
out.
steps
tried.
behind.
They need to make the field smaller, or maybe I don't know, put more players out there. Or something.
Or put like what's that thing in the air when Haslam kicked that ball 100 and something meters?
Helium.
Yeah, put helium in the ball.
Use a different size footy.
Let them kick
Yeah.
it further. Something like
Yeah.
do
Make it a
something.
synthetic
Anyway,
ball,
So it's not
pig
absolute
skin.
shit to watch.
Yeah, and that's nothing against you girls.
No,
You're trying your
not at
hardest,
all.
and we know that you're putting your best effort in.
Good job.
Couple of games of league over the weekend.
Ooh, a couple of leagues.
England hosted Samoa in the UK, and New Zealand hosted Tonga in. Was it in Auckland? I think. Or Christchurch. It was fucking. It was in New
Stadium,
Zealand.
I think it was in Auckland.
Righto.
Yeah.
Let me check.
However, it felt like a Tongan home game. That's where I'm going. It was in New Zealand. As predicted by many, there was plenty of Tongan support
Auckland.
there. Great game. 24-0,
Wasn't
back
it?
to 24 all, then 25-24.
Yep.
And I am so glad, Jace, that they put that Katoa kicked that field goal Because guess what? There wouldn't have been if it was 24 all after 80 minutes.
I would have been absolutely teeing off on whoever the fuck head
Would
is.
it have been a draw?
Yeah, and then it would have went back to for and against men. Who? Which cunt sits there and goes, I reckon this would be a sick idea to get into the GF. She's no extra time. Just go back to for and against.
Is
you
it a
fucking idiot.
international rules thing?
I don't know.
Fuck me.
I don't know, but it didn't have to, which was good. But when
Luckily.
they said that, man, I was just shaking my head, going, "Who does this shit?"
So who would have got it?
New
It would have
Zealand.
been New Zealand.
Yeah,
Because they lost by
New Zealand
less
would have been.
to Australia. Yeah.
So I'm so glad it got. But yeah, that blows me away how that can be an option.
Yeah.
in
Great
a competition
game
like that.
in the perspective of the whole international level.
Yeah,
Because
mate.
now New Zealand face relegation to be versus that lower level with Cook Islands, Fiji, and PNG. So if New Zealand don't win, they could be relegated.
Who are they playing? PNG or?
I think it is PNG, yes, because PNG won.
What do you mean by relegated?
So,
So
you know
you
how...
know-
Oh,
Here you go, mate. Yeah.
There's two different names of it, but so you know how where Tonga, Australia, and New Zealand have played in that tri-series?
Yeah.
And then PNG,
Cook
Islands, and Fiji have been playing in
They
their
play
tri-series.
each other.
So the winner, the best of the bottom three, and the worst of the top three will swap. So Fiji, say PNG beat New Zealand,
Yeah.
they can be playing with us next
They
year.
go up into the top tri-series.
Promotion,
next year.
relegation
Yeah,
system.
Because
right.
because you know, like we don't play those lower ones.
Nah.
They play each other. And then we
Yeah,
got the
I
three
get what you
top
mean.
tier
I just didn't know if
nations.
this was a year. Is this a yearly thing now?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it was as of last year as well, yeah.
Oh, right.
I think they're
'Cause
starting to make
I
it a
just thought
thing.
this was like, I didn't know it was a yearly thing every fucking year.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
they're
they
trying
did-
to make it bigger each
Yeah.
year, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if one side's always going to go to England either. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
you
good
know
point.
what I mean? Tonga went last year. Samoa have gone this year. Is New Zealand or Australia going to go next year?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's true. I'd like to see the Aussies go over
But
there.
yeah,
That'd
you're
be
right.
interesting.
New Zealand, like they should be beating PNG, but
I think they
it's
will.
pretty cool that if they like,
There's even something to play at like stake for, especially with PNG. That's going to mean so
that'd
much for them.
suck though, not versing the Kiwis next year.
No, because that's
for
the pinnacle
Australia.
of international rugby league for
You know.
Aussies at least, is
Yeah.
versus the Kiwis. But
Yeah.
across the Dutch.
Yeah, I hope they don't get relegated.
But
I
it's
think
their
that'd
own
be
fault
weird.
if they lose, if they're not good enough to be staying up with the big dogs.
So we went from Tonga doing that against what you call a top tier fucking nation,
Tier 1 nation, yeah.
tier one nation. Tonga, they're not, are they?
No, they're tier 2.
And they've gone and done what they did to New Zealand,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go over to England, and I know they're missing a lot of their best team. Well, they're
So is
missing
every cunt.
They're missing Crichton. They're missing Toto. They're missing Spencer Lenu.
Yep.
Samoa, I'm talking about.
Joseph Suaalii not playing for him anymore either.
And maybe the travel might have taken it out of them too. But you look at what Tonga's serving it up to Australia for the best part of the game,
Yeah.
and then beating New Zealand,
Mm-hmm.
and Samoa going over and England like beating them fairly comfortably
Yeah.
both times.
But you're right, because in the World Cup and a year or two ago, Samoa made the final. They went over to England and they were more dominant than most of the other nations were.
So maybe they've just got a little bit more to further to
it'll
go
probably
than-
fluctuate each year because it all depends on eligibility and shit and who wants to get their shoulder done in the off season
Yeah.
and who's like,
Yeah.
fuck it, I want to go for
Yeah.
a trip to England. So
It is
it's not really consistent.
It is impressive what they've done though. Like it's only the second time they've ever beaten New Zealand.
Tonga, yeah.
It'd be
pretty
huge
fucking
for
good.
them as a nation. Fuck
Really
no.
good.
Well, we've got a bit on in the final. Like I think we should beat them, and I
Yeah.
reckon we should roll over them late and stuff like that. But I mean, the passion that they have in that team, and you
right.
can just tell
Yeah,
passion
it
in
means-
the culture and stuff.
Means
it means
more
a
to
lot.
them than it does to us.
I think so.
That's fair
Yeah.
to say.
In-
Modern day.
on
for
that
sure.
field in that scenario.
Yeah.
Like I reckon.
They've
And they-
beaten us before. Remember that?
They
Yep.
did
Like
too.
a couple of years ago.
That was huge.
Yeah.
And we had a great side that year too, but so did they.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
think
first
we'll
game
beat
we
them.
played against them, 16-0, that was no fucking walk in the park.
No.
Like their defensive pressure in that first half was solid and they made us look really average with the ball. So who knows? It'll be a good contest, but we should win.
Yeah.
Was it? I didn't watch any highlights or anything of the Samoa England. Was there any in your face fucking
No,
war dancing?
they were like back a bit this
Yeah,
time.
right.
Yeah.
That's a go.
Because, that was hectic.
Because I've
last
seen a
time.
bit
very
about
full.
it and people talking the same as we are, saying like if you can't do one back, That's a bit shit.
Yeah.
If someone's just in your face.
Forward to forward, screaming.
We won't go on about
Did
it
you
again,
see
but I just wanted to know if it
in the
didn't
rugby,
happen again.
England versus New Zealand.
No, that was a great game though.
Great game, but so New Zealand was doing the haka beforehand, and there was some song that the English, I think they normally sing it, but they were singing it during the haka, kind of as like their response maybe to being intimidated by the haka. And I just thought, I was like, they're trying to defend themselves by saying, it's like, oh, we don't have a dance to do back. What are we meant to do? Like, you know,
Sit down, shut up.
yeah, have your fucking turn, sing Sweet Caroline or
Is
something
that what it was?
afterwards. No, it wasn't that. It was some other like, you know, big cult sounding song. But
Because I think Sweet Caroline's very synonymous with English rugby.
yeah,
But,
it could have
yeah,
been that.
Well, it's
but-
like Darren Till walked out to it in a UFC match ages ago at the
Poms love
stadium
it.
there, and they went off.
Yeah.
The Poms love it. But still, just wait your fucking turn. If you want to have a song to, you know, really amp up the atmosphere in a sold out crowd, you don't do it while they're doing the haka. Just
No
'cause you don't
fucking
have
way, that's
a
fucked.
traditional
Shut
war
up.
dance to reply
Just
with.
stand
Yeah.
there. Don't
if you're
get in their
intimidated by
face.
it-
You don't get in their face. You just shut up and stop and listen and then play footy for fuck's sake.
I
Why is it
almost
hard?
see it as it could use it like glass half empty, glass half full. Because you can say, well, we don't get to fucking reply. We don't have a traditional war dance to do back to them. It's like, okay, so they get to be pumped up while they're doing their dance and their pride and their culture. You don't have that. Why not use that to your own ability? Because you're sitting there watching them get really amped up at you, and you're like, fucking come on, boys. Like,
You got
you're-
80 minutes to do something
Exactly.
about it.
Like you can use that to your benefit and go, fuck yeah, I'm pumped up. You know, I couldn't do anything back pre-game, but now I can go out there
Yeah,
and
kick
use
it
to my
left.
advantage.
Let's hit this
Exactly.
fucker.
Yeah.
It's like you got to just have a different perspective on it, because if you're just going to get all fucking shitty because you can't do one, well,
But it wasn't
you're
them,
a boring
it was the
colonising
crowd.
nation. Yeah.
It was the crowd.
Yeah, still, but it's fucking
Fuck the
typical
Poms.
pommy cunts.
Yeah,
They're just
yeah.
sucking because they don't have a cool haka. Like, oh, well, don't be boring. And just fucking colonise every cunt. Thousands of years ago.
Go off, Jace.
Oh, just shit me. Why is it even a discussion? Shouldn't be a
Tee off.
discussion.
I want to know what they were singing. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, look it
Does anyone know what's going on with Benjamin Hunt?
No, I don't think anyone does.
No.
Bronx is probably going to be ruled out, because if Ezra was going to get sacked, you feel like it would have been by now.
I can
Nah,
see
he'll be
him at the
right.
Dolphins.
I think
Unfortunately.
I can see him fitting right in. at the
Queensland
Dolphins.
makes sense. Yeah, I think he'd want to go back to Queensland and finish his career up. So Finns or Titans, I reckon that'd make sense. Maybe Titans, Carter Gordon. You got Jaden Campbell there too. But cap space wise, it makes a lot of sense to be Dolphins, doesn't it? Because you got what? Cody Nicarima and Anthony Milford. So it's like they're not fucking great. They're at the back end
I'm
as
used
well.
to seeing him in red and white too.
Yeah. And then him and Isaiah Katoa, that would be probably a pretty decent partnership, you know, the master and the apprentice.
Yeah.
Finish your career up in,
Yeah,
in Redcliffe.
I think Benny Hunt would see if it was the same money. Surely he'd take Dolphins.
He won't be on
Like, if he
a
could
million
pick-
a year, but
Yeah.
yeah.
If he could pick another same offer,
Yep.
years, money, and everything, surely he would go Dolphins.
So it makes
new
sense,
club,
doesn't it?
Got some real talent there coming through.
Finish your last 3-4 years
Fucking
there, maybe.
surely you would, wouldn't you?
I can't see him
And you
going
have
to
a
another
potential to really stamp yourself as a big part of them doing well
That's
for
right.
the first
They
time.
were a sniff at the finals this year. Maybe that could be the missing piece. Is a decent fight. 'Cause
I
he'd
reckon
probably-
it'd be cool to see him go.
He'd
there.
probably play 7, and then Katoa could play 6.
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. I can't see him going to another Sydney club. Fuck no.
No.
I think he'll go home to Queensland.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably won't be Cowboys either.
I reckon.
What do you got
Swing
there?
low, sweet chariot. I
Sweet
remember it
Chariot.
now.
That's it.
Yeah.
Not Sweet Caroline.
Yeah. Nah, I've been in some pubs when the rugby's been on and everyone starts fucking carrying on with that song. So
Yep.
yeah, just sing it after. We used to do
Wait your
we
turn.
used to sing Waltzing Matilda
Exactly.
straight after. the
Yeah,
haka.
yeah, yeah.
have
Do
to.
it. Do it after.
Yeah.
If you want to carry on yourself, do something. But
By
yeah,
all
just
means.
After.
yeah.
Just wait your
Just
turn. Don't get shitty.
Man,
Yeah.
Just
who doesn't
respect what
like
they're
watching
doing.
the haka?
Fucking.
That's what I mean.
Fucking love it.
Use it to your
Me
advantage.
too.
It's awesome. It's cool. Let it pump you up as well.
We forgot to talk about last week too. We aren't going to talk about it now, but we forgot to talk about Alf getting sacked.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what, man. At the start of the week, I screenshotted and said, "Holy fuck, look at
Yeah.
this, boys," and forgot to talk about it.
No,
He hasn't been entirely
No
sacked,
one's even
though.
chirped
No,
us.
he's just been.
He's moved into a button-up shirt rather than the old fucking high.
Yeah,
vis.
he's got a
wild.
promotion.
That's wild though. Madge that's proper a statement.
You reckon
going,
it is Madge?
I think it is.
Fucking oath
He
it
said
is.
he's like, Alf's great and a legend of the club, but, you know, we're trying to move forward.
I
So-
reckon if Madge didn't do that straight away, he probably. Well, this is just me assuming. But he's probably going, if I don't get rid of Alf, there's still that old boy mentality
Yeah.
actually on the front line.
And he
Yeah.
could
If I
be a bit
leave him
shitty.
there, he'd probably run out going, "Oh, don't listen to that cunt."
Yeah,
in his
yeah.
head.
Yeah,
so
good
he's
cop, bad cop.
he's probably thinking, "Look, Alf, you're not gone from the club here, but I need a fresh start of
Yeah.
cunts who aren't like an old boy."
So now he just can't be our fucking 14th man out there for every single
No,
No,
and I
that's
love
every
that.
single red set.
Yeah,
Now Madge just got to
was
wear
so
a
good.
headgear around fucking Caxton,
yeah, bro.
so he doesn't get
it's like
Jewy.
Gordy doesn't come out and Jewy.
Oh, fuck.
But I honestly think, yeah, that was Madge, and I understand it if you think about it. You
Yeah.
go if he doesn't get rid of Alf, him and Kev, they should be like this. So he's sort of going, I need a clean slate.
In
if
Madge's
I'm gonna
head,
have
he's
any-"
going. Alf could be going out there and telling him anything.
could be going,
Yeah.
fuck him, boys. You
Yeah.
know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't listen to that cunt.
Yeah, but pretty.
fuck.
That's a bold move to do, though.
It's a big
hey?
statement.
Huge.
Like, not
Huge.
many teams have a very well-known water runner and just a bloke who's
Bro,
been
Wally
part of his
Lewis said that's like sacking Santa Claus. I know
He's
we're
not
late
wrong.
on this, but it's a big deal
Big
in
late.
the rugby
Huge.
league world.
Big time late,
Big late.
but that's all right.
They usually are.
Any more footy? Because there's no AFL. There is
No,
not a
absolutely
thing
nothing
has
in the
happened.
AFL.
Oh, there probably has been some little thing, but who cares?
Well, Fox officially sacked. That's one more thing.
What?
He's been...
Oh, Ado Carr.
Josh
yeah,
Ado
yeah.
Carr has
Yeah,
been officially
yeah.
sacked by the Dogs.
Back
and
on
he's
the
out.
street.
Yeah, he's out labouring again.
Yeah.
He's gone, fuck it, I'm not going to have a chance. I'm going to start laying a bit of Crete.
No,
Do you
but he'll,
reckon someone's going to pick him up?
Yeah,
For sure.
surely.
Worst
Although-
case scenario, fuck off to England.
Who though?
How weird though if you pick him up now.
Yeah, what sort of standard are you showing? That's what I mean. Like, he'll be able to rock up to a club, and I'm sure he'll be fine. He'll just put like 2 charges in his bag. But
He'll double pay.
how-
He'll have a portable charger too.
But if they make a standard and sack him, which club does it, and what's their reasoning?
yeah, bites
Yeah.
the bullet. Tigers,
weird
because
one.
they're shit.
But how?
But they've got Taruva.
Yeah,
fucking,
they don't
and a
need
couple
him.
of people.
what
But
of the Broncos?
I honestly
like,
reckon they're going to keep on to Ezra.
Courier Mail is...
But
I
how?
honestly think they are.
what are they going to say?
I don't know.
Fucks me. Oh, we're giving him a second chance because he's not a repeat offender and because he's 21. And
Because
is
he's
really
a good
at
footy player, and it'd be annoying if we had to get rid of
Yeah,
him.
it kind of... that too. But I think it'll be like what I said last week, is in Fox came out and Gus Gould defended him and he made him look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Whereas Ezra...
Maybe Gus
before-
is pissed off.
Yeah, he could have been like, fuck you.
Oi,
You
here's-
made an absolute mockery of this in the media. Whereas
Here's-
Ezra went straight to rehab.
That's right.
And has kind of gone as well as you can about a shit situation.
That might be the difference, or what they might use. Yeah, Fox has never owned up to fucking anything, which is just shit.
Yeah,
looking
exactly.
at.
But-
He might have, and the media maybe haven't covered it. We've got to remember too, we're reading headlines from fucked
exactly
fuckwits.
right with journalists that just
So
want to just
who
lie.
actually knows? It'd be great to have a yarn to both of them and go, "What happened, brah?"
If I could get him in the blower right now and just say what happened, it'd probably be a completely different story to what we
Because
know.
my phone's struggling to charge at the moment as well. So he might have had like because it's like something stuck in the port, and it takes me ages to plug it in. So I feel
it
his
happens. That's
pain.
how my last 2 phones shut the bed. They wouldn't charge. So
Yeah, so I'm
He
starting
could be
to
off.
go down that path as well. Hopefully it doesn't end up the same way.
I can just see Fox. Like, I don't think any NRL club would pick him up this off season. I could see him going to England for maybe a couple of years.
Oh, man.
Because he's about 30
Yeah,
now.
they'd take him over there.
They
Fucking
would.
oath.
They don't give a fuck about reputation over there. Like, you good at league? Come over here. We'll
How
play in the south of
crazy is
France
it?
for 2 years.
That he's probably going to get like a fucking 10-week suspension or something.
Yeah.
And that's
Someone's
like,
got to
that's
pick
it.
him up.
No, I'm talking about Ezra now.
Oh, Ezra,
Sorry.
yeah.
He won't play half the year, I reckon, but he'll keep
But
his
he's-
contract.
Yeah, but that's wild.
It is.
What
but it's-
about when poor old fucking not poor old, this was actually fucked. And I don't know what else went on. Matt Lodge did some bad shit, didn't he?
Yeah, he went off the
DV
rails
in
and
New
ended
York.
up in some fucking apartment where he charged in and was aggressive, I think, towards... there's a little...
He went on a
aggressive.
rampage
I'm
in the
pretty
States.
sure. Broke
in
up,
America.
broke into a room with a family, like a house with a family in there, and
Yeah.
was pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, but he
you're
got
right.
fucking banned for ages, man.
Yeah, big time.
And this bloke's had a head on with a family whilst under the influence, and he's going to get 10 weeks.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I think it just comes down to the way he's gone about it, and purely benefit of the doubt.
And
They're
because
like,
it'd be
he's
very-
young and
And because
he's very good at rugby league.
and because he's not a winger.
That's right. If he was a fucking winger...
Let's be fucking really honest right now, okay?
Yep.
You can replace a winger, man.
If Fletcher Baker did this, he'd be gone.
Oh,
in
see
2
you later,
minutes.
Fletch.
But it's very different when you're dealing with situations like Todd Carney and fucking piss in your mouth gate.
Yeah, but that was funny as fuck.
That was funny as fuck.
He wasn't hurting anyone.
That's right.
No, but he got sacked for it, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know.
And
They
then-
should have just had to wear a pink jersey at
Yeah.
training that said "fuckwit of the week,"
Yeah.
and that's it.
Whatever he did, Canberra pissed him off, and then he went to Roosters, and he was a Dally M58. I reckon Broncos are looking at a situation like that, going, "Fuck, we could go about this one way, set a precedent, and then we get to keep future Queensland 5'8" and
Look,
win some premierships."
To be honest, even though I think it's bullshit and he should have just copped it on the chin at O'Carr for what he did, I hope he gets a fucking contract somewhere and just and plays on the wing and scores heaps of tries and whatever, because he's a good player to have in the game.
Good
It's just-
personality to have in the game,
Yeah,
mate.
it just shits
He
me
is.
that he never just fucking copped it on the chin. But do I think that deserves him now being a concreter for the rest of his life? No.
No.
No, I don't
don't.
think he will.
He
I think-
won't be.
I just want him to say, yeah, I fucked up,
Yeah.
sniffed some coke. It was still in my system,
My phone
and I
was actually
drove
on-
and got caught.
My
And it
phone was actually
stupid.
on 75%. I lied.
But anyway, we'll see what happens.
We will.
will see.
It's the only reason it's still getting dragged is because I'm pretty sure they'd be thinking about his mental state being in the rehab thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
surely he would just want to know. Or he probably
Yeah.
does know.
He
probably
knows the
does
media
know.
doesn't yet.
Yeah.
Could be a good
Although that normally never happens.
No, the media usually lies or knows before he does.
Anyway, it's getting to a point now where you're like, righto, come on, let us
Make
know.
the
Let us
decision.
know
well,
what's
they'd
going
have to
on.
as a
move
club,
forward,
wouldn't they?
Tom.
Like, you wouldn't want to go into whenever they have these breaks. Like, I'm sure November they'll probably come back for a little
They
blowout
do.
before they have a break over Chrissy.
Some of them
Surely
will.
before that break over Chrissy, you'd want at least
Yeah.
some like stability in the club.
Yeah.
They do like 2 or 3 week block, Christmas like week off, and then you're really fucking digging in until
Yeah.
start of the year. So you'd want to know.
are
Especially
they-
Ezra would want to know in the club. Surely knows. Just make your
Are they
fucking
just
decision.
doing the old, we just won't say anything and it'll blow over tactic?
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe.
well, I think Ezra will show up round 1 and they'll just
Yeah.
go, hold on, what the fuck's happened here?
Yeah, he just fronts up.
Buzzer's just squirting
He shows
mayo
up in a
fucking
ute,
all over the place.
Written off.
Yeah, she'll blow over.
And he come out, CEO, Sheeby.
Yeah, well, he's come out and said some, they need to grow up. So, anyway, bit of F1ing. Right, this bloke cops a lot of heat, and not just from me, who knows fuck all about this sport, but enjoys watching the 20-minute KO Mini. Max Verstappen, his childish behaviour gets him in trouble. But you have to absolutely tip the cap, boys, because piss down rain and horrible conditions in Brazil on the weekend. Everyone was on the wet tyres for qualifying. So you got the soft, medium, hard, intermediates, which are like in between your slick,
All-terrain.
in between, yeah, and then
All-terrain.
your wets, which are like, if you got the wets on, it's fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
Heaps of grip there, though. So everyone's on the wets for qualifying. And through a bit of bad luck, the red flag came out in Q2 with lots of time still on the clock. But Verstappen wasn't able to complete like a good enough lap. And he sat 17th. This is Q1. And he sat 17th. And I do not understand why, when there's a red flag, they don't just press stop on the qualifying clock, which is 10 minutes. And then when they clear the track of the fucking crashed car, they hit start again. But the clock keeps going.
No, that'd be crazy doing that.
Yeah, who
The
would
clock
fucking
keeps
do
going
that?
until they've moved the car, and if the time runs out, it's just whatever order is there. So he finished 17th. He was out in the first session of qualifying. They had 2 more sessions. Lando Norris got on pole, and you're like rubbing your hands together going, this is prime, because Lando's just behind him in the standings. So if he wins and Max comes 10th, perfect. No. It was a bloodbath. There was that many fucking stops and starts because of crashes and fucking this and that. Verstappen started 17th, and by the end of the first lap and 1 corner, he was 10th. and then he ended up winning by 20 seconds.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
wow. So you're going to tip the hat to the Sookie
and
fuck.
then Lando Norris finished 6th. So complete opposite to what everyone thought. It was just fucking phenomenal performance.
Is it just because anything can happen in the rain?
Well,
That sounds like it would be okay to watch.
it was the ultimate.
Yeah.
It was the ultimate.
I might sit down and watch this.
It was the ultimate leveler. They reckon is the wet.
Beautiful.
It like levels the playing field.
Yeah, so like if there's a better built car that is faster than just another car in the same race.
It was more
'cause they're
about the
richer.
driver.
There we go. That fucking
Why don't they
makes
just
so
fucking
much
put a
sense.
hose on the road all the time then?
Let's go. Wet
Just have
racing.
cunts sitting there with a hose.
That's great.
Get the sprinklers out.
Some Saudi prince could probably make like an indoor stadium that just rains the whole time.
Yeah.
Easily, bro. Easily.
And they just have every race there.
Sounds great.
But yeah, someone explained to me why this red flag, they don't just hit stop because it fucks up. So like when it rains and there is crashes or there's a big accident, it fucks the whole qualifying.
Doesn't give you a chance.
If you haven't got your lap in yet, or you're on your warm-up lap and then there's a crash, doesn't make
Some
I don't
motorsport
get
fan
it.
has pulled over his car right now and he can't type fast enough.
how-
Groper, you fucking idiot.
No,
This
but
is why.
that is wild though, eh? The fact that it can be totally out of someone's control to the point where they literally can't do a thing. It could fuck their whole.
And they start 17th and then win. But he got the luck in the race.
Yeah.
So it was like a lottery on when you come in to change your tyres because if there is an accident and everyone's got to slow down, it's the perfect time to get in because all the cars like halfway around the track are going slow.
Yeah, and
You
you're
get in the pits, change your tyres, you get back out and you haven't lost any track position.
Wherever you're just pinning it.
So the top two ducked in because there was yellow flag in 2 sectors or there was virtual safety car. So they've pulled in, perfect. And then as soon as they pulled in, virtual safety car left, like track's clear, away you go.
Yeah, they had
and Verstappen ended up, getting in front, and and then there was a red flag, which is an even better time to get in because everyone's got to stop and start the race again. So it was just carnage, and he had no luck in qualifying, got all the luck in the race, and it was the opposite for Lando Norris. So I think the story of the weekend was Alpine. This team tripled their total points as the constructor for the entire year in one race because they finished 2nd and 3rd.
Good on
So
them.
they were on 16 points. That's all the points that you only get points if you finish in the top 10.
Alpine. What
And
the fuck is
they
that?
were on 16 points for the whole year, and they ended up on 40-something.
Is that a car manufacturer or
The team name?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
No idea.
the sponsorship. I've never heard of Alpine in
Liam
my
Lawson
life.
is a Kiwi too, just to let you know from last week. Not an Aussie, but if he starts driving for Red Bull and he wins some races, we'll find some sort of Aussie heritage there for him.
Yeah,
Fucking
that's
mark
what we
my
do.
We'll
words.
claim him. We always claim our brothers.
Mark my words. I think it's probably all over, the Drivers' Championship. So Verstappen is 62 points ahead of Norris, and the maximum amount of points that Lando can get is like 84. So
Right.
all Verstappen's got to do is finish in the top 5 a couple of times, and it's all over. Awesome. You actually really would have enjoyed that race. If you
I might
watched
actually give it a watch.
Get on the
KO
KO
Minis.
Mini. Half an
Perfect.
hour. Perfect. You'll
That's
get
all
all
I
you
need.
need to know in there. What about a bit of fighting
Oh,
news?
mate, next weekend shaping up to be a ripper for Biffing fans. We got a bit of Saturday, a bit of Mike Tyson versus Jakey Paul.
Yeah.
Into Sunday, Jones versus Miocic.
Yep.
So it should be fucking
So
good.
3 old cunts.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
And
That's
one
right.
fucking...
The one influencer.
But yeah, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. So heavyweight boxing scheduled to start at 12 on the 16th of November, Australian Eastern Time, AET, and will be streaming live on Netflix
12 a.m.
for everyone.
Yeah, let's check that.
It says 12 p.m. here. I just copied and pasted off Google.
True.
12 p.m. on the 16th, which is it Sunday or is that
I think it's Saturday.
Righto, so it must be a Friday night fight over there.
Because Jones and Miocic is on the Sunday, I'm pretty sure they would have thought and went, let's not do it at the same time
Yeah,
as
everyone's
that.
going to want to watch John Jones return.
Well,
Yeah.
I reckon surely fucking that'll get more pay-per-views than
Look,
the
I
UFC,
just think
I
they,
reckon.
as stubborn as they both are, Dana and Jake, I'm sure they just went, oi, dickhead. Let's not do that. That's just pretty silly. So anyway, there's a couple of nights there, or a couple of days. It should be good to watch. And that date's also my wedding anniversary. Cheers, fuckheads. So
they should have consoled you when Dana, Jake, Mike
Dana's put
down.
the Sydney card on her birthday, and Jake's put the Tyson fight on my wedding anniversary. You fuckwit.
So you've got some sucking up to do.
Nah, she's sweet. I'm going to watch it at 12, and then we'll just do everything else.
I've got him here.
You've got him?
When was that, mate?
What's that?
What wedding was that? I must have fucking...
Yeah, it's one that was all about me, not any other time. Because I didn't want to blow heaps of coin for no fucking reason.
You've got him fired up.
What's
Yeah, so it is. It's the Friday night over there, and then Jonesy. Obviously,
where are they fighting?
When I say old cunts, Jones is still dangerous as fuck.
Oh, but mate, it's like if you look at that, Jones is 37, Stipe is 42.
Stipe is old as fuck.
Stipe hasn't fought
Big stip
since March 27th of March 2021, which he lost to Francis via knockout over 3 years ago.
That's
the only reason
3.5
he's
years ago.
That's what I mean. Over 3 years ago. And it's not like Jones has been super active either. I just think those 5 years at that age, though.
Yeah. That is what you call hanging on for the money fight.
Like, he's going legacy fight, John Jones. Oh, fucking come
I think it's a lot different when you're talking 27, 32.
Yeah.
But add another 10.
Yeah.
And it's
surely you'd be slowing up.
It's also heavyweights, so they do go longer because all they do is stand up and throw.
I just can't see a world where Jones loses that.
Nah, surely
Fuck
not.
no, bro. If the one official loss that wasn't his fucking 6-12 elbow DQ is Stipe, like,
what about if
Stipe
wins?
That'd be a massive.
Does he
upset.
just vacate the belt straight
Surely,
away?
because I'd love to see. I'd love to see Aspinall fight Jones. Even if that's Jones's last fight, surely Aspinall's done enough now to say I deserve to fight you.
Because you know that if Aspinall ends up being the best heavyweight, one of the best of all time, people are just going, "Oh, we never fucking."
Well, here's reality.
He's got a long way to go.
He's got a long way to go.
But here's the reality, though. He's the interim champion. He's not fighting until this fight, so he's well within his rights. If Jones wins, he either retires or fights Aspinall. That's the only two options.
I would love to see him fight Aspinall, but I think if there's any man who's going to come close to beating John Jones, it's probably Aspinall.
That is true, though.
It is
He'll
true.
either
He
retire
has to.
or fight him. Yeah,
That's what he does. And
Well,
then
there you
imagine the lip. If he retires, they'll forever just be saying you ran.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck, that'd be
annoying.
Look at the cunt's resume.
Yeah, I know. Oh, actually, on the back of that, Jace, with the 6-12, the 12-6 elbows, the last fight night was the first with the new rules. So the downward or 12-6 elbow has been removed from the list of fouls. So you're allowed to do that now, just in time for John to fight.
Exactly. And he's calling for it to be removed off his record. He's like, Dana, now that the rules have changed, he's like, fucking
I
keep
think
me undefeated.
Dana's the one wanting to do that.
Yeah.
Dana just loves John's cock.
He's got his cock fucking
Just
tickling
loves
his
the
lips.
taste of it. So this is regarding a grounded opponent has been updated. So do you know how if they had two hands on the ground, you couldn't knee them in the face because they were technically grounded? That's not a thing anymore. Okay. So fighter is grounded if any part of the body, in brackets, not hands or feet, are in contact with the ground. So your actual body has to be on the ground.
Right.
So you can just fucking...
What if you're on one knee?
Well, I think that's counted. Because it's not hands or feet.
So other than hands or feet.
But because JR blokes are up against the side of the cage and they just put their hands down, you can't knee them in the face. Now you can just fucking knee cork their jaw.
Fucking hell. Some cunts are going to forget about that.
Yeah.
Like, obviously 4 rounds into a fight, you're not thinking about everything and you just do what you've done for 20 years. And then
bang.
Busky.
Bang.
Big knee.
But I reckon next week we'll cover the cards more thoroughly. Same with Jake Paul and that. I think Taylor and Serrano's fighting their rematch on the Jake Paul one. So we'll go through all that shit next week, obviously a bit closer to it. But I just thought fucking fire up because it's a pretty good couple of days in a row there.
Yeah,
it is.
Will be good. I can't believe that they're having like Tyson and Jake Paul's is on a Friday night. That's fucking unreal.
And
where
on
are they
Netflix, for free on Netflix.
Yeah,
they fight in Vegas
not for free,
or...
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I've been watching. It's
hard to fucking get up and about for it because you go,
it's rigged.
No, not it's rigged, but Tyson is old.
Yeah,
and
you just don't want the cunt is
see that it's 8 2-minute rounds. So it's tailored a little bit for Tyson, not having to fight threes.
You just don't want
14-ounce gloves.
This is-
fucking Paul to win just because you go, it's not fair that you have beating him on your record.
This is all
it
I
won't say
see.
Mike Tyson's age. It'll just say he's defeated Mike Tyson.
So I had looked at some odds. Jake Paul sitting at $1.38.
Yeah.
And
Oh, my God.
Mike Tyson $3.70. So for me, I think Jake Paul should win, but I'm gonna have a stab at a Tyson knockout
Yeah.
for sure.
Fucking oath.
370 if he's just paying to win. Surely that's at least 4 something knockout, maybe 420. It won't be much more.
Is a throwing in the towel, is that a knockout?
Yeah, I think it's a TKO.
Yeah.
TK,
Sweet.
Yeah. But I just think there's no way you're going near Jake at $1.38.
No fucking way.
But Tyson, just for the fucking come on.
Yeah,
What's true is I
370.
can't see Jake Paul losing just because it's Jake Paul. He just fucking, I will literally,
It won't be fair.
it's not fair. It's never fair. Tyron Woodley, that knockout, as soon as I saw that one, I went, yeah, this is never going to be fair. That looked
What are you-
so staged.
Are
But then
you
it's like
serious?
Mike Tyson.
It definitely
How is
wasn't
that? How the
staged.
fuck was that staged? You can't fall on your face without flinching.
No.
None of it's been staged. I just mean he's fighting people that are obviously a bit washed up, and I don't think that it's fair that he's going to have, if he wins, it'll
mate,
be there
Tyson's
forever.
nearly
that-
60.
Exactly, and I just think that sucks.
And
that-
all the UFC blokes, they're all not in their prime. They're not boxers. There's always been an element of something in his favour. But I fucking refuse to say that blokes are like purposely standing
I
there and
wasn't
So you
getting
don't think
That
Jake
was
Paul
him,
just
not
said,
me.
here's $4 million if you just, lean your head a little bit extra in this one thing and I'll just fucking stiff you.
Nah.
I reckon it'd be way
too
too
much.
obvious looking
There's way
at that.
too
Yeah,
many
but they're
things.
influencer boxers and it's just exhibitions.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not
But he
really
has-
going on their professional record.
I
They
think
don't give a
he's
fuck.
purposely and obviously fighting dudes where in that field of boxing he's got the upper hand because they're either older, they're better at like MMA instead of boxing.
Nate
Tyson's
Diaz and
older,
shit, like-
all that shit,
Did he fight
obviously.
him?
But I just think when it actually comes to the fight itself, it'd look too. You'd be able to tell if it
There'd
was
be
fucking,
no way that you could hide it for fucking from. There'd be too many people you got.
Like what about that? What about that Woodley knockout was staged?
I just think the way that it was just one big fucking slow wind
So,
up and Woodley just went like
he hit him
full
in the
stiff.
guts flat out for the rounds before
Yeah.
it, and then shaped up to do that body shot and went up the top and cracked him in the chin.
Do you think it just looked way too good to be true for a UFC champion?
He was
though?
asleep, face down.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. How fucking you don't.
No,
see
he
that
definitely
very
got
often.
knocked out. I think
I don't
Jace is
know.
saying that he might have lowered his hands or something. Yeah, he definitely was knocked out.
I reckon he was knocked
d-
out. Yes,
He didn't fucking fake the
I don't think he
knock.
fully fell, but I just think a bit of that is just like there's no way Jake Paul is this good at fighting.
He's done it every day for fucking years now, though.
Lives
Yeah.
in Puerto Rico with probably the best team ever, paying him fucking ridiculous amounts. He should be good.
Yeah.
And he's not. And like I said, man, I'm the first one to say he's picked and choosed. I don't know if that was said properly, but he's chosen everything that suits him.
Yeah.
Like that. There's no way around it. But fucking yeah, it's just.
I don't reckon there's any possible way to fix it, to fix a fight like that.
I just think it'd look too obvious.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But anyway, that's why his opinions. But I definitely...
I just don't like the cunt in general. So
Yeah, so he's a cheat.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
That's like the whole internet.
But I agree. He's picks and chooses who he fights.
Oh,
to
that's
say that
fucking
the
obvious.
Fucking.
Otherwise,
it's
if
in
he
his
wanted to
favour.
be a world champion, he'd be going and calling out ranked opponents in that like WBC or WBO or whatever.
He's hoping that he can get his enough people to fucking not like him. That someone like Canelo goes,
Yeah,
you know
goes,
what?
"Fucking come here."
I'm just going to knock you out. Come here so I
way.
can knock you.
Yeah.
And then they'll all make heaps of money off it, and that's all he's hoping for. Rather than working his way up, he just wants to go, yeah, I fought Canelo once.
Yeah,
Lost, but
literally.
he's the best ever, so.
there's a lot of money involved.
Because
in
like
this
you
fight,
look
so-
at Fury, like Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
He beat Jake Paul, and he's the only like proper boxer that's grown
Yeah,
up
and he's
boxing.
not that good.
And he's not a ranked fucking
Nah.
bloke.
And it was
So-
a terrible fight.
it was.
Yeah.
Both of them did not want to get knocked out.
I think it's just
That's
this
for
one's
sure.
just the fact, and it's marketing genius. It's fucking Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's gonna watch.
That's
Every
what I
dad,
mean. It
every
just
granddad,
sucks
they're gonna
that
see him.
He's going to have... He's $1.38 to have on his record that he beat Mike
And it's going
Tyson.
on their actual professional records.
Yeah, it
too.
is.
Do you think he's ever going to say anything about how old he was? Like, the whole internet will, obviously.
Yeah.
Nah.
But next fight, he'll be like, yeah, just beat Mike Tyson.
Oh, well, it's a war of words, the same as the UFC dudes, retired UFC dudes. He
Yeah.
doesn't say retired. He say UFC champion.
Yeah. Yeah, former
Mate,
UFC
it's
champions.
just marketing, and he doesn't give a fuck if people hate him and that.
Yeah, good on him.
But anyway, whatever.
Wanker.
Yeah.
Wait, love his wagering company, though.
Oh, for
Yes.
sure.
A great wagering
We're
company,
actually
great friends of the show.
probably going to have our yearly meeting with him in a couple of weeks' time.
He usually
so.
flies over to come
You
see
can
me.
spar him, Jay, see if he's staging it.
Yeah, that'd go great. Well, if he slipped me $1 million, I'd fucking fall on the ground too.
Yeah, face first without flinching.
I would.
Because that's possible. Righto. That's fighting.
Squeeze of the week.
Who
We got anything else?
are we thinking, boys?
Well,
for
hang on, I'll
squeeze
do
of
the
week?
ad first.
Yeah.
This segment is brought to you by the Standard Squeeze. Look, great friend of the show. You've heard it all before. Boys, they've come out with the great fucking squeeze bottles. They've marketed it off. Marketed it? No, they've modelled it, I wanted to say, off your garden product bottle with a main section. You squeeze the amount you want up into your little mixing reservoir at the top. And yeah, you can get all your different varieties of bottles from thestandardsqueeze.com. If you do go online and use the website, make sure you use the code of Reggie15 to get yourself 15% off all of their products at checkout. And look, if you're cruising past your BCF, you need it right now. Head in there. Lots and lots and lots of BCFs are stocking just the bottles. If you want hats, shirts, eskies, stickers, anything else like that, you'll have to go online. There's big news coming in the next probably week or two about a huge Black Friday sales.
Ooh.
So keep your ears peeled for that.
Beautiful.
And no doubt next month there will be some Boxing Day sales as well, because there is a few little changes getting made to the bottles for 2025. So the 2024 stock, it's got to go.
Well, it's going to be.
It has got to go.
It's going to be an item that you'll want to keep framed for many years because it's exclusive to 2024.
That's right.
So in
Well,
30
forever.
years' time, forever, like, oh my God, have you got the 2024 model?
So
Oh,
there's
no.
big news coming on them for Black Friday, Boxing Day sales. But hey, you can get one right now if you head over to standardsqueeze.com. Yeah, so Ollie Robinson could get it just because he's
That's what I was thinking.
Look, I'm happy with that.
Like, you already delisted cunt, get a squeeze as well.
not a good enough cricketer anymore. To
Well,
play for
he's
his-
going to be sitting in the buggy playing a lot of golf, so maybe he can have a squeeze to top his missus' drink up.
Perfect.
That's true. That is
Can
true.
be. He can be her cupbearer.
Yeah, that's right.
And drive the buggy around.
Excellent thinking, Tom.
That's great.
For the camera boy.
Yeah. Righto. Another big one here. CTC Captain of the Week. Head to thecountrycompanies.com if you want one of the Knucklers designs. There's a few rippers on there. And head to countrytruckercaps.com if you want to design your very own. There's heaps to go off there. He's flat out the big fella, always coming up with the designs. And look, I think a good shout for Captain hasn't even been mentioned yet today.
No,
it has
we
not.
waited for
Let me-
this moment.
That's right.
this
To
cunt.
mention it. That's good.
We
Coach,
waited
yeah.
for this moment. Gout.
Yes.
Big G.
What a
Gout.
machine.
Sore toe.
He's setting records.
The big sore toe from too much beer and prawns.
He's had some records recently. I've got it
Fucking,
here.
he's kicking ass.
So the Queensland under 18s, under 20s, and Open 200 metre record, Australian under 18 and under 20 record, and the Oceania under 18 and under 20 record for his 200 metre. So those are all the records he's set with the
Fuck me.
20 seconds, 20.29 seconds. Sorry.
Really, for the 200?
For the 200, that's
That
what
is
he ran
quick.
It.
Oh.
And so he set
That
all
is
those records:
quick.
Queensland, Australia, Oceania, fourth all time. So he is just fucking. He's
How good's
16
that?
years old. Still.
He,
16.
I watched the
16
replay
is
and
he
he
still
won
up?
it by the fucking
Oh, yeah.
length, half the length of the straight. Just
And
about.
he
was
ran the 100 in 10 seconds, 10.31.
Righto, so he's a 200 man.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to be
But so was Bolt. Like, if you really look at it, Bolt was both.
Yeah,
So it's like he still has the go for both.
16, that's
Mate,
crazy.
that is awesome. Do you know what was good to see? Like, there was that last one where they were talking him up, and you could tell he slowed down at the end of the 200. This one we saw, at least he put in.
Yeah.
He was putting in. They might have said, hey, Adidas might chuck an extra fucking
If you
pair
break
of
a
shoes
record,
in, son, of your
You
pusher.
break a few records. yeah.
But that is crazy at 16, man.
Yeah.
That's very cool. This could be our one and only shot at some medals.
Yeah, for a long time too.
In the 200.
Because he'll only be, 20 next Olympics coming around, so could be big. Could be a few golds for a few Olympics.
Very
in the
exciting,
future.
mate. It's fucking awesome. Deserves the
Fuck
captain,
yeah,
I think.
20
Yeah,
next Olympics. That's psycho.
That's awesome.
Wow. So he should get 2020.
He'll
at
have
least
3 Olympics before he's 30.
Yeah.
That middle one you'd think would be the peak, wouldn't you?
Yeah, oh, well, you never know. Could be
Usually
next one.
28,
Well, by that
29 is
stage,
their
yeah.
peak.
Yeah.
So he could be fucking,
How's Ronan? We've just fucked him off now.
Browning.
Have we just gone, oh, you were cool a bit, and then we got Gowdy.
Now we got G Gout coming through.
Adidas
Fuck
have just
yeah.
gone, righto, mate.
Ronan, like ya,
Get out of the
however,
way,
this bloke
Ronan.
is going to just send you backwards.
Listen
pretty
here,
much.
Ronan.
You
You
did
say
well.
it best when you say nothing at all.
Oh,
Now we got
that was
Gowdy.
terrible.
Go run around a paddock, cunt.
But because he went all right in the Olympics last time, didn't he, Ronan? He run a didn't he get through
might have
one?
made a semi or
Yeah,
something.
made through a heat, which is fucking good for the Olympics.
big for Australian
White
levels, isn't
fella
it? Like-
too.
Yeah,
that's
sorry.
quick for a white bloke.
Yeah.
Nothing racist about that at all.
No,
No,
it's
it's true, it's
dead
true.
set
Fuck
facts.
me, how often do you see one in the
Dead
the
set
final?
facts. That is called genetics, boys.
That's right, bro.
That is called genetics.
That's why it's exciting that Mr.
Yeah.
Gout is fucking steaming across the flats on
Mr.
behalf of our
George.
country.
Yeah. Good on him. Love it.
Great
Love
name
it.
too. You just will never forget that name, will you?
No.
way, mate.
Fuck no.
That'd be-
Double sword tie.
Oh yeah.
Love
Double
it.
I'm pumped with it.
Same. We're going to keep following him too.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is, like, when do you ever, like, look up some athletics results from, like, a random...
Never, cunt.
Like, you watch the Olympics, it's the only time you ever watch track and field. Don't
Yeah.
lie
Yeah,
to me.
definitely.
I don't
Or the
wake up and go,
Commonwealth Games.
fuck, what happened in
Yeah.
the Oceanic Championships overnight for the under 18-year-olds?
That's right.
We will
But
now.
you do with Gout.
Exactly. We'll follow him in. Good
And
on
it's
you.
easier to find his name in a group, too.
Gowdy?
Yeah, G
Or
Gout.
just-
Surely his
Yeah.
nickname's Gowdy.
It has to be.
It's got to be.
Gouty squared.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Good on you, mate. That's probably all we got time for, boys. Is there anything else we've missed out on?
Look, I think that's it, mate. Hopefully we're just yipping and yahooing.
Hopefully we are.
later in the week.
For Melbourne Cup was obviously
fat,
yesterday as
heavy
you're
pockets.
listening, but tomorrow as we record. So work that one out.
Yeah, get that into you.
Yeah, good luck to, hope you all went well. on
And
the
just
punt.
had a good day.
Hope
Anyway.
everyone stayed safe too. Whether you went to the
Indeed.
Flemington, whether you went to another track, because there's heaps of Melbourne Cup functions that happen. Hope you all had a good time. We will have a big show Friday morning we'll have to recap the Oaks and the Melbourne Cup, obviously.
Yep.
Oaks Day Thursday, and then we've got Champions Day, 3 big Group 1s again this Saturday. So we'll be previewing them heavily.
Keen as.
Yeah. Christmas Day, look, didn't go so well.
Oh,
We'll
wow.
recap that as well. We pulled ourselves out late.
Yeah.
But,
We didn't. The board did.
Geez, we just actually backed some seconds there.
Oh,
early.
Fuck, we had a tough couple hours.
We were on the money. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
We were on the money.
We had
just
protests. We
Kept
had
finding
everything.
one better. But anyway, we'll talk about it Thursday. Enjoy your weeks.
Bloody oath.
Talk to you Friday morning.
Hooroo.